Tim Matney making his way to the cage for this light heavyweight bout, 25 years old. He considers himself an all-around fighter and is also a brown belt in Marine Corps martial arts. Studies jiu-jitsu and kickboxing at Brickhouse Fitness and started doing MMA after leaving the military to relieve stress and stay in shape.
Also sporting a fantastic beard is Matney.
You know who else has a fantastic beard? You know where I'm going.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Well, you also. I was
well, you're not talking about me.
I was not talking about you.
Oh, thought you were bringing up my beard.
Well, you do have a fantastic beard.
But not on the level of Matney and, say, one Julian Marquez.
That is where I was going. Julian Marquez, if there was a belt for facial hair.
Who will fight in our co-main event tonight and have that wonderful beard on display.
Absolutely. And a beard, sort of a code word in MMA for a good chin as well. We'll see if that holds true.
Exactly.
202 pounds from Independence, Missouri. Please welcome Brandon Carter.
Brandon Carter making his way to the cage. Brandon actually took this fight on 1 week notice. He's actually a 185-pounder who will be going up a weight class to fight Mr. Matney tonight. Very, very tough kid, 2-0 as an amateur. Very, very good striker. It'll be interesting to see if he gives up much strength in this fight.
Always have to respect someone willing to step up on last minute's notice. Sometimes I think it actually can be an advantage to not stress yourself out through an entire camp, stress out about making the weight, worry about what's going to happen, and just say, you know what, I'm just going to get in there and do it.
Right, absolutely. A lot less time to put negative thoughts in your mind, and with 1 week, it's pretty much sign up and turn around and fight. Brandon Carter, another young guy, 21 years old.
Brandon Carter sporting the red and black Valley Tudo shorts.
Matney versus Carter.
Matney in the black trunks.
Here we go. Kansas City Fighting Alliance 14, Carter versus Matney.
Both men exchange big leg kicks.
Good early takedown by Carter into side control.
Carter immediately is able to get full mount. This may be a quick one.
It would appear very, very early on that Carter may have an advantage in the grappling, having passed him out pretty quickly. Carter holding the top position here, looking to create some space and throw some strikes from the top.
Matney really needs to try to shrimp his hips and at least get half guard.
And Matney's doing a good job of now he's beginning to take a bit of damage, but he was doing well early on of not absorbing punches from the bottom.
Carter gets the back and is fishing for a rear naked choke. We'll see if he can sink it in.
A lot of time on the clock for Brandon Carter to work from this back position.
Look for Matney to try to get Carter's arm with both of his arms, although he's escaped the position now, no longer in the rear naked choke danger.
Carter has him flattened out here. Brandon Carter just looks very, very comfortable on the ground here. Seen him transition into multiple positions and looks like it's where he wants this fight to be.
When you're flattened out like that, it can be virtually impossible to escape this position. You can't get your hips underneath you. You can't roll. Very, very frustrating. And Carter raining down some big punches and back into full mount. This could be the end of it.
Ooh, Matney with the sweep.
Beautiful reversal by Matney.
Let's see if Matney can work on top. Going to work a triangle choke here. Brandon Carter off of his back.
Matney needs to try to stack him up, seesaw that arm out, and he successfully gets his arm out. I think Matney's going to want to throw bombs rather than engage in a grappling war.
Carter landed a couple good shots there on the break.
That's a stiff jab by Carter.
Very, very stiff.
Ozone rejoins the broadcast.
Very, very entertaining first round in this light heavyweight bout between Brandon Carter and Tim Matney. Kansas City Fighting Alliance 14.
Title fights coming up. Welterweight champion Josh Tully defending against Jason Witt. And also, there are 2 vacant titles on the line, featuring Leilani Stewart.
Strawweight title.
That's a strawweight title, which is what weight for women?
It's 115 pounds.
115 pounds. So Leilani Stewart versus Jay Chun. Jay Chun, of course, 2-time KCFA Fight of the Night winner. A very exciting matchup. We're looking forward to that. And a heavyweight title versus pitting Anthony Garrett versus Kyle Noblet. Another intriguing matchup for the heavyweight title. KCFA, Kansas City Fighting Alliance 14.
Always very exciting when you have some title fights in the mix on a already stacked card here at Kansas City Fighting Alliance.
Look to get the second round underway.
Good uppercut by Brandon Carter. Matney looking for a takedown here.
I think Matney's corner may have told him that he needed to get busy. Certainly, first round was not in his favor. So Carter able to, again here, get that full mount position that's just so difficult to get out of.
Brandon Carter's had a lot of success from this position in the first round. Obviously looking to pick up where he left off. Soften Matney up here.
Carter almost has a body triangle. Can be really makes it very, very difficult to breathe when your opponent has a body triangle on you.
Hey, let's get back on top here, Brandon. We need to do that.
Brandon Carter doing a good job of constricting Matney's airflow with that body triangle. Very, very uncomfortable.
Matney doing his best to keep Carter's arms where they are. So Carter clearly fishing for that rear naked choke.
Carter's doing a great job of holding that back position and working through these transitions.
Probably a little high on his back to really sink in that rear naked.
And at this point, if I were Matney's corner, well, I would have asked him to try to tripod up and shake Carter off, but...
Maybe looking for a head and arm choke here. It's Brandon Carter.
Past both legs.
That looks tight.
This could be curtains. We'll see if Matney is able.
That'll
and
do
we
it.
get the tap.
Very, very impressive win from Brandon Carter here at Kansas City Fighting Alliance. Took the fight on 1 week notice. Very impressive submission victory.
Love a good arm triangle.
Very, very, one of my favorite chokes. Very, 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 very underrated choke. Fairly difficult to hit in a live MMA fight with lots of scrambles like that one. Brandon Carter was just kind of able to control the ground game every aspect. He had no problem with transitioning from back to mount, and obviously was able to secure that choke.
Yeah, Matney looked to throw bombs, but once it came to the mat, he really seemed like he was lost.
Decisive grappling advantage for Brandon Carter. Brandon Carter moves to 3-0 as an amateur mixed martial artist. Lots of promise for that young man.
certainly, especially since he's fighting up a weight class. I mean, I'd like to see him fight at his natural weight and what he could bring in that situation.
Via arm triangle choke out of the red corner, Brandon